Okay, hands up if you've ever stared at a math equation and thought, why is there a snake in my calculus? That squiggle? That's sigma. Or maybe you've met pi in geometry or delta in physics. Greek letters are everywhere in math and science. But why? Did mathematicians just really love frat parties? Nope. There are actually brilliant historical and practical reasons. And once you know them, these symbols stop being scary and start making sense. Stick around and I'll decode math's ancient secret language for you.
Today, we're breaking it down into 3 key pillars. Think of them like the legs holding up the entire temple of mathematical notation. History, where this tradition started; necessity, why we needed these letters; and convention, how they became universal shorthand. Let's travel back in time first. Rewind roughly 2,500 years. Classical Greece made hugely influential mathematical contributions that shaped later Western math. Titans like Euclid, who gave us geometry's foundations; Pythagoras and his famous theorem; Archimedes, famously and perhaps acrophically, said "Eureka" after a bathtub moment while working on buoyancy. These figures weren't just smart, they were systematic. They built entire fields of knowledge. And guess what alphabet they wrote their groundbreaking work in? Yup, Greek! Fast forward centuries. During the Renaissance and Enlightenment, European scholars rediscovered these ancient Greek texts. Guys like Newton and Leibniz, inventing calculus, weren't starting from scratch. They were standing on the shoulders of giants. Using Greek letters did partly honor those early thinkers, but just as importantly, Greek characters were distinct, abundant, and already embedded in scholarly tradition. That made them perfect for building a common scientific language across borders and centuries, kind of like the original academic citation system.
Okay, history is cool. But here's the crunch. As math grew, the Latin alphabet alone became clumsy for notation. We needed more distinct symbols. The Latin alphabet we use for English, only 26 letters. Math deals with infinite variables, x, y, z, then what? Constants like e or I, special functions, operators. Imagine trying to write a symphony with only 26 notes. It gets messy fast. We needed symbols that were distinct, not easily confused with Latin letters or numbers, familiar from that shared history we talked about, and plentiful. The Greek alphabet gave us a whole extra set of 24 characters. Suddenly, theta could mean an angle, freeing up t for time. Pi, widely used for the circle constant, meant p could be pressure. Fun fact, pi was first used this way by William Jones in 1706, and Euler made it famous. Clarity through abundance. Here's where the magic really happens: convention. Over centuries, certain Greek letters became strongly linked to specific concepts. Though context still matters, because symbols can have different meanings in different fields. Pi, most often the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. Sigma, capital sigma means summation. Lowercase sigma is commonly the population standard deviation in stats, while samples use S. Delta often means change. Delta x equals change in x. Theta, commonly used for angles. Mu, the mean in stats, also coefficient of friction, or micro in SI units. Lambda, wavelength in physics, eigenvalues in algebra, decay constants in nuclear science. This consistency is huge. Imagine if every country used pi for something different. Chaos. Thanks to these conventions, a mathematician in Tokyo, Berlin, or Rio looks at theta and usually thinks angle without hesitation. So why does this ancient alphabet still rule our modern world? precision. They let complex ideas be written clearly. Universality, shared language across science, engineering, and medicine. Tradition meets utility, respecting knowledge roots while solving modern problems. Understanding these symbols isn't just memorizing letters, it's unlocking the language of how our universe is described. So next time you see a Greek letter in your math homework, don't panic. Remember the big three: history, necessity, convention. You're looking at a living tradition that powers our world. What Greek symbol baffles you? Pi? Theta? Sigma? Drop it in the comments. Thumbs up if this helped crack the code. Hit that bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Do you know that I have a video on quantum computers? Hope you're gonna like that too. Don't forget to browse my channel. Thanks for watching. Keep questioning, keep learning.